It's blue in your face. That's one way to get your attention. Um, hey, you're doing it again. You're zoning out. No, don't apologize. I'm not mad. I just know that look. I've seen it enough times by now to know exactly where your head is at. I gotta stop moving around by talking to people, or they're gonna assume I have ADHD. Why are you just staring at the clock? Watching the second hand tick around. It's almost like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Ooh, rhyme. Come. Come closer. Yeah, to the other side of the couch. It's way too far away. And I need you within arm's length, but I don't know what's closer than an arm, maybe an elbow. Yeah, I did horrible in biology. There. That's better. Now, give me your hands. And Jesus, you are freezing. Why are your hands always so cold? It's genuinely warm in here. And I don't know if you can tell. My heater is just on, and all you can hear is probably in the background. Yeah, that's what that noise is. Not to mention, we have blankets. We have 4 of them. Yeah, it's like -7 degrees. I don't do Celsius. I don't know how cold that is. Are you really this cold? It could be nerves. So what are you nervous about? What do you want to talk about? We can talk about it. I can be your impromptu therapist. I know you prefer to just alpha male chat your way through it, fuck it out. Gangstalicious. But I'm not gonna let that happen tonight. It's the new year. We're gonna work through positive new coping mechanisms, okay, darling? And I think we should at least talk about it. Heck, even for a minute. Because I know that you might feel better. And that's all I want or care or feel about. Although I do remember when we first started speaking, which was around New Year's Eve, I believe. Don't ask me exact dates, okay? I'm terrible at numbers. Yeah, I know dates aren't numbers, but dates are numbers because they're labeled. Huh? Yeah, they genuinely got me. What's bro yapping about? But anyway, you told me New Year's Eve was your least favorite year. You said that it felt like a spotlight on everything you didn't have. You told me that year you spent in your own apartment. Yes, that dingy and drafty one where you sat on the floor by yourself while you could hear your neighbors having a massive party through the walls. It actually sounds very sad when you say it out loud, which I'm not shaming you. And my point was not to shame you. I'm gonna get to the point. This is all set up. I remember you told me how small that used to make you feel. Like the whole world was connected and celebrating as you were drifting further and further away. And I personally think about that version of you a lot. The year before me. Isn't that a movie written by that lady who makes really bad light novels and romances? She made that movie we watched, which was terrible. Yeah, regretting you. I was surprised James Franco. Is that James Franco? Dave, no, it's Dave Franco. Thank you. He aged like hell. Anyway, um, it breaks my heart a little bit, honestly, to sit there thinking that was how it was always going to be. Thinking about that loneliness always at your bedside. But I want you to look around this room right now. That was me animating the looking sounds. Don't just glaze over it. Truly take it all in. Look at that messy pile of books on the table. Look at the two glasses sitting there. Look at me. This is real. This isn't just a temporary stopgap. I want you to truly know that this is your life now. You aren't that person in that drafty, dingy apartment anymore. You're here, safe, warm, and deeply loved, and I'm not going anywhere. You know, I was lonely too once. Before this, before us. It was different. Maybe I was sitting alone in an apartment. I was usually at some party I didn't want to attend, surrounded by people holding a plastic cup. You know the game. Uh, I was always talking with people that I barely knew, and everyone would be shouting and laughing, and I just feel exhausted by it all. Like I was performing happiness. I'd look at my watch and calculate how I honestly felt like a ghost in a crowded room. I remember wishing I had somewhere quiet to go. Someone who just wanted to sit in silence and actually be with me. Well, not the party version of me, just myself. Me, myself, and I. And I now have that with you, so in a way, you saved me from myself just as much as I saved you. And we did that together. Come here, relax your head on my shoulders. I can already feel how tense they are. So just drop and breathe. Would you like anything? More water? Do you want me to get a blanket from the bedroom? Although we already have free. You are still very cold, of course. I was thinking earlier today, while I was getting things ready, about the concept of New Year's resolutions. I know. They are cheesy, and we did say we weren't going to do those because we weren't those types of people, but. And I know most people already break them by February, but. What would you even come up with? Not necessarily the ones that are traditional, like going to the gym or saving money or traveling to 5 new countries. Though we could do that if you wanted to. My resolution is simpler than that. My resolution is to make sure that you never, ever have to question being alone ever again. I want to build a life full of certainty, so full of small, boring, everyday love that the memory of that lonely apartment fades away completely. I want to replace every bad New Year's memory you have with a good one. Until the bad ones are just dusty old stories that don't hurt anymore. That, baby, that's the goal that I work towards. But I know I can't predict the future, and I can't promise that life won't throw hard things at us, but I can promise that whatever happens, you won't be facing it solo because we are a team. It's you and me against the world, remember? That wasn't just a line. I truly meant that. I will say though, I wonder what time it is. We have about 15 minutes left until the big countdown. Are you ready? We don't have to do anything special. We don't have to jump up and down and scream. We can just sit right here. But I would want to do something with you. A little ritual just for us. I want you to close your eyes. Go ahead. Trust me. Now I want you to picture the last year. Picture the last 12 months. The good parts, the bad parts. The days you felt strong, the days you felt weak. The stress of work, the quiet moments of the weekend. Now, let it wash over you. Now imagine all that. Together we can keep it contained. That way you're leaving it behind. And everything else surrounding it into the new year. You can just let it be history. Now open your eyes. Hello. See, you already look so much lighter. Well, that could also be the lighting in the room. It has a adjustable thing. You ever know when you're in a nightclub and it suddenly gets dark? I wouldn't know. I've never been to a nightclub. So, why didn't you tell me what is one thing, just one thing, you're looking forward to this year? It can be anything tiny. It could be a really good sandwich. It could be something thought profound, something that would rival Plato and that guy who used to pee in the street. Hmm. I will admit that is a really good one. We can definitely make that happen. I'll put it on the calendar. For me, what am I looking forward to? Everything's not about me, okay? But maybe 72 bottles of Don Perignon. That's a great option. But I do think we're only 5 minutes away from the new year, so we should get a little closer. Yeah, even closer. I just want my arms all around you. Baby, no. Are you scared? Good. There's nothing to be scared of. You know, my mother used to say that how you spend your New Year's Eve dictates how you spend the rest of your year. And if she's right, then we are going to have a very warm and very loving, very peaceful year. Because right now, I've never felt more peaceful. Just relaxing. Okay, only 2 minutes left. So let's look at the TV. Look at all the people in the city, thousands of them standing in the freezing cold, waiting for the ball to drop. 10 seconds, here we go. Come on, count with me. Or just listen to me. 9, 8, come on, squeeze my hand. 7, 6, 5, I love you. 4, 3, 2. Happy New Year, baby. I love you so much.